Tantor with a recap of Georgia Tech's 41-16 beatdown to Syracuse. Well, what can you say? Complete victory. Bottom line, it was a complete victory. One of the few we've had this year where we didn't look bad at all in any phase of the game. We came to play. We played. If we could remove that fumble by Canyon on I think like the second play of the game or something like that, it would have been almost perfect. So we took care of business. But, it is against a Syracuse team that doesn't have their starting quarterback, that's missing linemen. And quite frankly, Syracuse isn't very good. So the score should have been something like that. It was. Congratulations, we did it. And we took care of business. And that's what we have to do. We need to take care of business week in and week out. When we're playing the weak sisters of the ACC, we need to go in and we just need to spank them. So that's what we needed to do. We've got to clean up some stuff. But we'll start with what I liked. What I liked, Haynes King. Darn near perfect. I think he made one bad pass all game. He missed Stockton. That might have been a touchdown on a real long one. But besides that, he was right on. He had a couple touchdown passes dropped by the tight end, but the tight end caught a couple. So, we're going to give what I liked, number 17, 2 touchdown passes. First touchdown passes by the tight ends all season. What I didn't like, number 17, he dropped 2 touchdown passes. Come on, man. You could have had 4 touchdown passes in one game. That'd have been fantastic. But I guess he hit 500, so that'll put him in the Hall of Fame, right? We were able to do whatever we wanted to do. Syracuse came out there, they played this weak zone, and we just sat down in it and killed them. Number 85 came off the bench, Allen, and the kid played like he's a 4-year starter, superstar. I think he led the team in receiving. He was just finding the holes in the zone and catching them, and he took a couple of handoffs too and did fantastic. So he was tremendous. Like I said, Haynes King was tremendous, threw for over 300. Haynes King also ran for over 90 and 2 touchdowns. So he had a hell of a day. Zero was great from the backfield. I think he averaged 10 yards a carry. We just looked good. We were blowing them off the line of scrimmage. They really didn't have a chance. But that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do that to these weak teams, and we did it. So that's great. I liked Vanderberg on defense. They couldn't block him. And when he was out there, he made something happen. I liked our linebackers. I thought our linebackers played really, really well. I think, and I could be wrong on this, but I think we've changed our defensive philosophy from the beginning of the season. Instead of playing single gap, one gap, we're playing a 2-gap read. And our linebackers, they're not penetrating, they're not going across the line of scrimmage and being aggressive, but they're also in better position to make tackles. They're starting to drop into the zones better. We played a lot of zone defense today. We screwed up a couple of them really bad, but most of the time we were playing decent zone defense. I mean, we played one to perfection. I think it was a 3rd and 5. We dropped to the sticks. Let the guy make a catch for 3 yards. We rallied, tackled, boom, it's 4th down and 2. They couldn't make it. So that part went really, really well. And it just seemed to work. But then we fall apart on a zone defense. They sent 3 9s down the field, and we didn't cover anybody. And they ended up scoring coming right out of halftime because we just didn't cover anybody. Very poor effort on that. So they've just got to get that communication with the secondary better. That's what I don't like, is the communication with the secondary. It's just not there. There's communication between the linebackers and the defensive backs. In case we're not going to talk about what that communication is because they're using hand signals. So you can pick it up if you're in the stands, but if they don't see it on tape, we're not going to give the other teams, when they watch it, what the signals are for what they're going to do, whether it's inside, outside, or deep. But our linebackers are communicating with the safeties and with the DBs, and they're doing a good job of signaling. I'm just not sure if the DBs are communicating well with each other. So we've got to clean that up when we start playing. When we get to Pittsburgh, when we play the boys from Athens at the end of the season, we've got to have that cleaned up. I don't like the drop passes. We had 3 today. I didn't like those at all. I didn't like the fumble at all. Again, when we start playing, we're ranked number 7. There's no margin for error there. So we've got to clean those little tiny mistakes up. The offense pretty much did whatever in the heck they wanted to do today. So there's nothing I didn't like on offense. All right. A couple of guys need to clean up some of their mistakes, but besides that, the offense was rolling. On defense, again, communication's there, but I just don't know what's going on with the defensive backs in zone on why they're letting guys go and they're not. I don't understand why some defensive backs are turning their back to the quarterback and running in zone. That's not the whole purpose of zone. The whole purpose of zone is to be able to see what's going on in front of you, and that allowed the quarterback to roll out of the pocket and gain some yards. And what I'd really like to clean up, the defensive line, our D ends, they're just not setting the edge. And that's one thing. I want to see those guys setting the edge and not busting inside, because if you're going to leave our cornerbacks, especially if they're in man defense, to be the guy on the edge, that's not a good scheme, and that's not going to work. The defensive ends, just go across 2 yards, set the edge, man. Don't let those running backs get outside. Don't let the quarterback get outside, and let those monsters inside make the play. And the backup linebackers, I've been rough on them at the beginning of the season, but it's come to fruition now. They're playing much, much better. 15 had a real good game when he was out there. So did one. I really liked what I saw with the 2 backup guys that got a lot of playing time. And of course, the starting 2 linebackers were sensational today. 44 and 2 were tremendous. So a lot of good stuff. We took care of business. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to beat these little teams down. We did it. Congratulations. We put up some stats, but we still gave up 370 some yards of total offense to a Syracuse team that, quite frankly, shouldn't have got 150 yards against a good defense. So there are problems. We still need to fix them. We got NC State on the road next week. Let's hope we play a little bit better on defense. Tantor out.